And hello.
I have Ken here.
Hello, Ken. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey,
how you doing?
Good. You're live with Big Poppa and Banna. How are you this morning?
Oh, doing great. Thanks for having me, Big Poppa.
Thanks for getting up early, man. Congratulations on Dr. Ken. Tonight 8:30 ABC. This thing really is. This is your brainchild, right?
Yeah, it really is a show that I created and write and produce, and the show has really evolved into my everything right now, and it's just been such a labor of love. I can't express the words of how grateful I am to even have a pilot based on my life, much less a TV show. So.
And I didn't even realize that the fact that when people think of Ken Jeong, they think of the Asian guy from Community or the Asian guy from The Hangover or whatever. But you're a doctor too.
Yes, yeah. I was a doctor in real life, and I worked as internal medicine general practitioner in here in LA at an HMO for 7 years, and also father, family. Yeah, I'm a married father too, and so it's based on both my work and my home life. A lot funnier than I am in real life, but it's evolved into this amazing ensemble of people, like 7 people strong, and it really is, for my money, Dr. I know I'm biased, of course, saying it, but we're the best multi-camera sitcom there is on television. And we are the real deal, and that's why I'm here talking to you, because tonight's episode is dealing with me and my daughter, played by Krista Marie Yu, going to an Emblem 3 concert and me just ruining her evening and potentially what she thinks is her life, So.
Well, obviously, we're talking to Ken Jeong on the Lennon's Jewelers Hotline. Dr. Ken tonight, 8:30 on ABC. You can follow him on Twitter at Ken Jeong. I was watching last night as I was prepping for today. What we do, we kind of treat interviews like we treat blind dates. So so pretty much we cyberstalk you a little bit.
Yeah, we creep you out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So obviously we looked you up online, and then I watched a couple episodes of Dr. Ken, and I watched The Hangover 3 last night.
Oh.
Yeah. So number one, I love the show. I love the cast is fantastic, and I appreciate it even more now knowing that it really is based on your life.
Oh, absolutely.
But being one of the executive producers, and I'm watching the show, I swear, and I could be wrong, but I swear to God, the set you guys use for the house is the same set from Growing Pains back in the day. Am I wrong?
In the background, you can see Alan Thicke just kind of walking up and down the stairs. So it's.
Am I
right? That. We are nothing if not Asian Growing Pains guys.
That is fantastic!
Oh, wow!
Yes!
No, it's not. It's not based on Growing Pains.
No. I'm not based. No. I'm talking about the physical set. I'm talking about.
It has nothing to do with that.
Really?
No.
Oh, I was all excited for a second.
I know. Now you're all bummed out like a kid who just found out that you can't have
candy. I didn't mean to humor you that much. I completely apologize, but yeah.
Ken, we used to be friends, kid.
I'm sorry, Big Papa. Can you please take me back?
You guys are still friends.
Please. I'll be good, Papa. I'm sorry. I was a bad boy.
Dr. Ken, tonight, 8:30 on ABC. We're talking to Ken Jeong on the Lennon's Jewelers Hotline. Okay, so I'm curious about, how you transitioned from being a doctor into and you started doing stand up and improv and stuff, and that led to the acting gigs. But how did that? Because normally it's all or nothing.
I'll just stop you right there. I did theater when I was in college at Duke, even before I became a doctor. So I think the aptitude and the passion I had for acting was way deeper seated than just it wasn't like me doing a pap smear or doing some sort of prostate exam and say, hey, maybe I'll try stand up. It's not like that. It was a lot deeper than that, and way before I went to med school, I was definitely considering going to acting. So it was one of those things that was kind of a long time coming in many ways. I just got very lucky.
That's very and a lot of it is with show business or even like with radio, Ben and I doing the show, 5 days a week and whatnot, there are lots of people that are very talented, but they just aren't at the right place at the right time, kind of a deal. And I firmly believe that because there's so many people that are trying to make it go, whether, it doesn't matter what it is in entertainment. You can have the talent, but some of it is right place, right time. Am I wrong in saying that or no?
No, I think you're absolutely right. I think when I made a decision to move out to LA, and then when I made a decision to pursue it full time, it is, you're right, being in the right place in the right time, and also it's what people don't think about. It's also a scary time too, because when I said I was a doctor, that was I was a real deal as a doctor. I was making a 6-figure living. I was a partner in my HMO. I was basically tenured, had a job for life. And I left all that to try to get parts. So when you're in the right place in the right time. Also, the flip side of that is that you're also in a scary place at a scary time. You just don't know what's going to happen.
Sure, but and luckily, right place, right time. But you also, anything that you've been able to do, especially early on, you were hitting grand slams, kid. So, I mean, and that just kind of steamrolled into being able to produce your own network sitcom based on your life. You know what I'm saying? So, the hard work and all that stuff pays off in the end.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if it wasn't for, The Hangover just gave me a career. And if it wasn't for The Hangover, I wouldn't have my own show. I would not be talking to you right now. And that movie just single-handedly just changed my life.
Ben and I were talking about the Hangover series. She hasn't seen the third one yet.
No, not yet.
And I said the fact is, no matter what the creators and the writers would have done with the sequels, nothing is going to capture the initial magic of the first Hangover, because part of what made it great was the fact that you had no idea what was coming. You had expectations on 2 and 3, but on the first one, you're like, whoa, what the, you didn't know where the line was, and next thing you know, you're jumping out butt naked, hitting somebody with a crowbar.
I look at the sequels of The Hangover like you would, like on kind of like the Ocean 11 series, where we had so much fun working together, and the movie was so successful that we were like, because none of us were contractually obligated to do sequels. It wasn't like that was ever. The Hangover was not meant to be a sequel. So the fact that we had 2 more sequels was really because we all just wanted to work together again. So for me, I remember being in Thailand for the second one, and I was thinking, this is a celebration of working together, and in many ways, I remember the second one was so amazing, because I can't believe here we are on an $85 million movie set of the first movie being maybe like 35 million, and we're here just playing and having a great time. In many ways, I remember thinking how surreal that was, and just how happy all of us were, to have careers, and it's such a great cast of people. Movie-wise, it's my favorite crew I've ever worked with. It was so much fun.
And that was Ken just looking at his paycheck on number 2.
Yeah, that was just me talking literally to my accountant. Yep.
Ken Jeong on the Lennon's Jewelers Hotline. Dr. Ken tonight, 8:30 on ABC. Coming up, through the last few years and the explosion and whatnot. Have you ever had one of those like OMG moments? I mean, you kind of talked about one when you were filming the Hangover 2, but was it like when you met someone, or was it this happened, or that kind of, like, when did you have like, oh my Lord, this is real?
I remember it was a few years ago, I think, while promoting Hangover 2, meeting Tom Hanks at a talk show, and for him to know who I was, I just remember that just freaked me out, and it just freaked me out. I was just very speechless. And I remember even earlier than that, when I first left my day job, and I had a small part in Step Brothers, a Will Ferrell movie, and for Will Ferrell, like, tapping me on the shoulder and calling me Dr. Ken, because I went by that name when I did stand-up. So I was not. This is way before the Hangover.
That's awesome.
And I was at craft services having some cookies or something. Will Ferrell just came up to me, star of that movie, and said, Dr. Ken, and I literally was so speechless I didn't know what to say.
That's awesome.
And then he said, "I'll let you go. I'll talk to you later, Ken." Like, because I didn't say anything, and it was like, and I looked back and I remind him of that, and I laugh. It's just it's. So I think those two moments off the top of my head,
I think that's awesome.
OMG moments.
I think that's awesome. Dr. Ken, tonight, 8:30 on ABC. We're talking to Ken Jeong on the Lennon Jewelers Hotline. Follow him on Twitter at Ken Jeong. Is what I read true? Do you and Jamie Foxx have a gentleman's agreement about future projects? Is that true?
Yeah, I mean, we're always we're friends, and I always want to work with Jamie. I mean, we had a couple of projects that was in the works right now, and then those fell through, and we just kind of want to work together in some capacity, just like. And then I think I know that article that you're talking about. That was
it's on honestly, Ken. It's on your Wikipedia page. So I mean, I told you we were cyber stalking you.
Yeah.
No,
because
and that's all true. I mean, we definitely were talking about doing like I think I had a movie set up and he had a movie set up, and we were talking about doing something like that. So and we still are. So I just saw him a few months ago, and we definitely want to.
Yeah, like in sports.
He's one of my favorite. I honestly think he is one of the best actors alive. He's one of the most amazing talents alive. Right? I mean, he really is. He's such a genius on so many levels.
The gentleman's agreement was kind of like in sports, a home and home series where. He would star in a project that was written and directed by Jamie, and then Jamie would star in something that was written and directed by Ken. That was the agreement and whatnot. So I think that's awesome. Ken, before you go, and I know you have limited time, and we appreciate the time this morning. We really do. This is the quick six. It's 6 questions, 60 seconds, and let's everyone get to know a little bit more about you. All right.
All
right. Here we go, Ken Jeong. All right. 2 shows on your DVR right now.
2 shows on my DVR, Basket and Modern Family.
Nice. Your favorite toy as a child?
Star Wars Millennium Falcon I had.
Yes, that's what's up.
You're on a road trip. You stop at the convenience store. What are your go-to snacks?
Slim Jim and Doritos.
Nice. A movie that you'll stop and watch every time it's on?
Goodfellas.
No, that's actually wrong. It's The Hangover.
Sorry about that. The Hangover, my scenes only.
Favorite body part of the opposite sex?
Ankle.
Ankle? An ankle? Okay. Favorite toy as an adult?
Huh?
Favorite toy as an adult?
Favorite toy as an adult? I don't. Pass. I don't have any toys as an adult.
Ken Jeong on the Lennon Jewelers Hotline. Dr. Ken tonight, 8:30 on ABC. Follow him on Twitter at Ken Jeong. Ken, thank you so much for the time. I know you have other radio stations to do. We appreciate it. Continued success, man.
Yours is the most important one.
Well, obviously, until you pick up the next line.
Thank you.
I know how it works. Ken Jeong, how awesome was that?
I know.
Such a good dude. Just like a level-headed, good, solid dude.
And his favorite body part of the opposite sex is an ankle.
Obviously. That's awesome. Gonna break, come back. It's Big Poppa and Banna in the morning on Kiss FM.